Hi there, and welcome to this bonus episode of the Gazette's Hockey Inside Out Show. I'm Stu Cowan of the Gazette, joined by my regular partners who you all know who these guys are, former Canadiens teammates and 1986 Stanley Cup champions, Chris Nyland and Rick Green. Rick, former defenseman in the NHL, Arber Xhekaj seems to have earned a regular spot on the Canadiens' blue line after being sent to Laval for 17 games last season, and then being made a healthy scratch for 3 games earlier this season. He seems to have earned a spot in the lineup. What do you like about the way he's playing?
Just, don't take away any of his confidence that he's starting to build right now by, pulling him out of key situations. There's a guy that can play every situation out there. I mean, he's got a great shot too. I mean, he's a guy that can really hammer the puck, and I think he's trying to make sure that he doesn't hurt the team by trying to do too much. But he has the ability. He obviously the league knows when he's in the lineup. To fight every night is maybe not for him, but he does command respect that back there in the blue line, and a key part of that group. And Good playmaker, doesn't give the puck away. Now, if he can just kind of fine tune his defensive positioning so that he protects some of those critical areas, him along with some other guys, he can be really effective. And he's the kind of guy that you would like to have as a very, very responsible guy to use in all situations.
Knuckles, I know you're a big Arber fan, right? What do you like about the way he's been playing recently?
Look at that kid. Look at him. Look at him. My boy right there. Give him a pat in the head. Listen, you need this guy. This team is soft. Would you not agree with me on that? Are they soft when they play?
Yeah.
They're not a big team. They got a few big guys, but overall they're pretty soft when you look league-wide and you compare them against other teams in the league. So when you have a guy like this, I think you got to let him loose. And again, I'll say it again. You can't run roughshod and just go crazy. I get it. But here's a guy who is going to give his teammates that confidence and security of knowing if something happens out here, something bad goes down, that Arber's going to be there for us. And that I don't care who you talk to, that is a comfortable feeling for one's teammates. Believe me, I know that. And again, I know Mats Naslund. When we played, we went into Boston. He felt a whole lot better. And I'm not saying other guys on my team at that time couldn't do it and stick up for him and be there for him. But he felt a whole lot more comfortable when I was in the lineup with him than when I wasn't. It's just, it's what it is. And this kid, I just absolutely love him. You got to work with him. We talk about guys earning their way. He got put in his place, was sending you down, was sitting you down. Have they done that with anybody else but Mike Pezzetta?
Yeah,
and Arber Xhekaj? Who can you tell me when there's been one other guy really sat down or taken out of the lineup other than Pezzetta and Xhekaj? Tell me. Well, maybe Barron.
Barron's been in and out, but that's
let's talk about getting someone's attention.
Yeah,
like the other guys on the team. You're going to take one of those guys who are just not bringing it every night and sit their ass in the stands. You might get their attention, the other guys. So, I love this kid. You have to develop and work with him and bring him along and not try and handcuff him from what got him here. He's really got to be himself out there. And when you try and shape that and mold it and take it away from him, and I know they probably say they're not doing that and blah, blah, blah. But once you give him a little bit to think about and you hesitate a little bit and you're not sure, should I do it here or shouldn't I? You're screwed once you start getting in your head instead of reacting and being there at a moment's notice. So, yeah, I love this kid. I hope he developed. I'd love to see him here a long time. And I hope he's here to bear the fruit of this rebuild down the road, because they're going to need him.
Yeah, well, you mentioned Barron. I think Barron would be in Laval if he didn't have to clear waivers. I think it's sort of like with Caden Primo. I know talking with Caden Gooley recently about Arber and what he liked most, he brought up his shot. He says, like, I don't think people realize how hard his shot is, but not only the big slap shot, but also just the way he's able to fire that. Gooley call it a silent wrister. The goalie doesn't even really hear it coming off the stick, and it gets towards the net. I know, Rick, you were an assistant coach in charge of defense for many years after you played with LA, with the Islanders, with the Canadiens. Arber's, it looks like he's almost like a raw talent, the kind of kid I imagine you would have enjoyed working with.
Yeah, I mean, those are players that you love to work with because, first of all, they're going to listen and they want it. And they're smart enough to realize that the information that you're giving them and what you're trying to tell them is stuff that's going to help them progress. And there's a classic example. And in order for him to get better and progress in a very positive way, let him play, give him the minutes, use him as much as you can, because he's going to get better, and he's going to bring things that they need, from a guy like that.
Does he remind you of anybody you coached, Rick, during your days?
Not with that type of toughness and ability to play an all-round game. He really is a guy that the opposition doesn't like to see him in the lineup. They know what they're going to get from him, but he can play the game, and very seldom do you see him, as of late, getting himself in trouble by poor positioning and stuff. And that's a bonus for a young defenseman.
I freaking love him. I love him.
Does he remind you of anybody you played with or against, Knuckles, when you see him out there?
Not as far as, like Rick said, as far as a guy who can play all around game, you could put him out there and penalty kill 5-on-5. Power play, not so much, but maybe an outside shot. Yeah, it's really
well, because it's when they drafted his brother Florian.
It's not many.
They said he was a unicorn, right?
Yeah.
And Arber's sort of that too, right? There's not a lot of guys, especially in today's NHL, that can do what he does. Anyway, it's nice to see him getting his game and earning a regular spot moving forward. We'll see how that plays out through the rest of the season. That's it for this Hockey Inside Out Show bonus episode. Hope you all enjoyed it. Please make sure you like and subscribe to the Hockey Inside Out YouTube channel. Go to MontrealGazette.com/newsletters to sign up for the Hockey Inside Out newsletter. And you can go to HockeyInsideOut.com, where you'll get all the latest Canadiens news every day. Also, if you have a bonus question you'd like Rick and Chris to answer in an upcoming episode, please leave it in the comments section below. We always like to hear from you.